welcome to the what would you call this? The Open for the Saturday Night Showdown Truck Series at iRacing Super Speedway. I got Bob over here.
What's going on there, Bob?
We're getting ready to grid up for the heat to determine positions for the Open event, and then that will determine the main event.
Yeah, it should be an exciting one. I won't call it the most exciting race of the night because we're gonna have the least amount of trucks on track, but with a bunch
That's
of
heat
guys who
racing
haven't,
for you.
yeah, with a bunch of guys who haven't won anything yet, I guess they're gonna be killing each other to win it. So should be fun to watch.
All right, they should start moving here in about 10 seconds or so. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it's interesting.
And I guess we can give a quick rundown of where they qualified. So Terry Gabbard is on the pole. Kevin Feemster got second here. Dylan McDonald is third. Fourth would be Brian Rupert. Fifth is Daniel Maddox. Sixth is my favorite in the field, Patrick Allen Jr. And rounding
With
out
the
the field,
classic Rogue Energy scheme.
oh, classic, can't get rid of that. And rounding out the field in seventh is Elridge George, the boss. And here they go
And
rolling off.
just take a look at that Rogue Energy scheme for a second. If you look, it's black right in the front, but he's just got this random bit of red there by the Chevy there. It just really looks great. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, I know all the kids in the pit area are really getting wet over that one, so it's going to be a good race when they see that black and almost red Rogue Energy car go to the front.
I'll tell you one
Does
thing.
it have a city on the back, or is that like spaghetti noodle arms? I can't tell what's going on. Oh no,
Hey,
those are flames.
up here from the spotter stand, that 45 looks like he's just on fire from the back.
Well, that's probably what's gonna happen soon. But I guess we'll see what happens.
I can just imagine now what's going through these drivers' minds. How is Patrick Allen Jr. or Terry Gabbard going to wreck me?
Yes, let's see. If I was in the two car, I'd say, oh, the 4 is there, and the 45 is back there. And, well, yeah, it's a lot of nerves going on, let's just say.
Only one way to win a race like this: survive.
Or just back off the field and watch them all die in front of you?
All right, pace truck's off, coming down to the green flag. Barney's got the flag in his hand.
All right, they are off to a good start so far, staying 2 by 2. Let's see what happens going into that first corner. As we all know, it is a 10-story drop. So,
Oh, you can see the
not quite
cars
yet.
or the trucks bottom out there as soon as they hit the corner.
Yeah, slid up the track a little bit, but they are keeping it strong right now. Here comes the 4 car up for the block on the 2, but he does not get it. The 2 and the 8 have a run on the outside. Looks like they're about to clear the 4. Got a little loose with a bump from the 10 behind him. 8's going to go down maybe on the inside. 2's going to block him. Oh, here comes Patrick Allen on the outside.
All
There he
by
goes. Can he get
himself.
the side draft?
No, his run stalled out there. But yeah, you saw what the 2 and the 8 did there. They got hooked up and then they got going. That's what you need to do, especially with this many cars or trucks in the field.
Especially when you get that 45 near you. Oh, boy, you want to get going.
Yeah, watch this entry into one. These low angle entries are big problems. We saw it in practice.
As soon
Looks
as
like
the
they
truck
got.
bottoms out, it's just going to want to just go up the hill.
All right,
Yeah,
we've
and
split
if you're
in.
not careful too, and you hit that apron, you're in trouble. Because that's like a massive, massive banking there. 45 lifted a little bit. Amazing. There's so much track here. I'm surprised no one's gone 3 wide just yet.
Well, we've split into two packs here. There's a tandem in the back. That's the
Oh,
10 and the 40, but we've got chaos in the front. We're seeing 3 wide
oh man.
for the first time as they settle it back into 2 by 2.
They all snaked down the backstretch. I'm kind of surprised they made it all the way into turn 3, but Patrick Allen and Terry Gabbard, the two we were looking out for in the warm-up lap, here they come on the outside and they get disconnected. They're not going to have a big run here.
Well, looks like 45 got a little scared there. The 8 under him went up the track. He's going to lose a spot there, but he might be able to hook up with the 4, who will probably take that outside line.
I would not be surprised if you see as this race winds on into laps 9 and 10 that high lane actually surpasses that inside early entry, low entry.
45 giving that 4. Bump and run coming out of 4 with 5 to go. Not really like 6 or 7 to go. Not really the move you want to make right now.
They lined up again back there to get another run at them, and I don't know if those two in the back are playing it safe, but they're way far away from these front 4.
Yeah, the 5th and 6th place cars of Eldridge George and Daniel Maddox are currently 5 seconds behind these top 4. 8 cars making a move now.
Oh,
Oh,
and
there they
Patrick
go.
went with
Oh,
him.
boy.
Oh, contact.
Patrick Allen going for that side draft.
Is he going for the side draft or is he just wiggling?
Looking like he's on a controller
we'll
out
see
here.
if he's going for the side draft. We'll give him benefit of the doubt there.
What I'm liking out of the 8 and 2 is they're not bumping and hitting unless they absolutely need to. They're staying just that little bit off, using that bubble of air to push them out in front of the 4 and the 45.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you can get some good bump drafting on a straightaway, but when you're going 240 like this, or no, how fast are they going? Not 240.
About
I'm taking the car
230, yeah.
tomorrow.
222 right now for the leader.
222. When you're going that speed, the margin for error is just ridiculous. Just the smallest bump you'll get swirly, get loose, lose all your speed. So they're smart there, like I said, by keeping that bubble.
Bubble might burst here in a second because the 45 has a run.
Oh, he shoved him a little hard there. Oh, we got him loose and he dumped him.
Well, there's 4 cars on the track, and Patrick Allen manages to almost wreck 3 of them.
We have eliminated the first driver off the bumper of the 45.
Oh, man.
A-Truck holds out a lead here about 1 second ahead of the 45 and 4. Now they're going to get a huge run coming up once they get tandem, and it is the 4 and the 45.
I don't know. I think they might be working together here. An unlikely alliance from these 2.
I don't know. By the way they drive, it seems like it's a pretty good alliance to me.
Here they come. They're going to get a huge run coming through this next corner, and it's going to be on going down the straightaway. Leader's only doing 207, and they're doing 220.
I see a big block coming here.
Block? Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there he goes. Yep.
Oh,
he saved it.
Skill there, the 45 to not wreck.
Oh, now this is where it's going to get tough for Patrick. He's going to have to build up a run here and hopefully coax the 4 truck to go with him, at least for a little bit until he can get clear. But it's not looking too good for that 3rd place truck.
Yeah, he's either going to have to slingshot around quick here or give a huge hit. He gives the huge hit, and the 4 is off out of the cannon. And 45
it looked like Terry Gabbard backed off to get that run, and he goes up on the top side of the 8. Oh, they both wrecked. Oh, no way!
Oh,
crash!
10 and 40 are 4 seconds away.
I cannot believe it. The
come.
10 and the 40.
There they go.
They had the strategy to win the race, guys.
I was thinking earlier on that the 10 and the 40 would probably have the right strategy. I didn't want to say it, but I mean, we got 4 cars up front to wreck.
It is a 2-horse race. We got the 10 out in front of the 40, and they are just sitting here on lap number 8, coming to 2 to go as they go down the backstretch.
It's going to come down to who can keep it on that high line without going up the track into the corner, because the high line without being pushed, it's not going to work. So, you got to get that inside on the guy in front of you and not wreck. That's the tough part.
Now, as beat up as those other 3 trucks are, these 2 can do the exact same thing, and they're 20-something seconds behind. But the same thing could happen. We could have no trucks finishing this race.
Yeah, I definitely think if I were these two, I'd wait till the final lap, which is coming up next time around, to even try anything, so you at least have a shot at it. But yeah, the 40 looks like he has a little bit more damage than the 10, and that's definitely going to hold him back in terms of drafting up to the 10.
Yes, sir. There's definitely going to be a coming off last corner, making sure if you wreck, you're wrecking across the line. Don't leave
And they are
anything
going
to
to be
doubt.
coming up on some of these slower cars here. And note the speed difference. They're going 212 in the middle of the corner. Just wait till they come out. Coming up on the car going 150. It's going to be fun.
Here's the
Oh, this
white.
could be interesting. The 40's in the
This is the
catbird
final
seat
lap.
right now. 40 in the catbird seat. Oh, we got smoking up in front. That's that lapper you're talking about. That's the 8
He's blowing
of
up
Rupert.
here.
He's
Oh,
playing.
Walker, what is he
Oh!
doing?
There you
And
go. 40 gets the inside.
great evasive a mover, and now we've got a drag race for the last half lap.
Oh, he needed to get up on his quarter panel there. He didn't do it.
That's all right.
I
He's
think you were
still
right about that damage slowing him down.
he's still in the catbird seat.
He should have stayed low, used that lap car as a little bit of a draft.
45 plays nice.
I think this is over. I don't think the 40 can make a big enough run.
Here we go. Front
I don't
stretch
think
action.
so. It's going to be close, but it's going to be the 10.
Oh, pulled
for
out,
sure.
caught air on that injured nose. It's going to be the 10 taking home the open heat race win.
Wow. And that was only the heat race, guys.
Who would have thought like a 6-car race out of how was this, 3 miles this track?
3 miles.
3-mile super speedway that's big enough to land a 747.
I'd say a
Would be
couple
so
of them.
exciting. Let's yeah, why don't we do a little interview here while we get ready for the next race.
That should have been Boss's race.
Daniel Maddox,
Yes, sir.
what were you thinking there coming towards those final laps when you saw all those cars wrecking in front of you?
I was just thinking make it through without hitting anybody.
Was that your strategy there from the beginning, you and Elric George?
I got a little bit loose coming off a 2 on the first lap and just kind of decided to stay back and let everybody else take everybody out.
Smart play, smart play. We had a feeling something like that would happen, and it seems like it paid off.
I
You think
think it did.
you think you have what it takes
Starting at the
again?
back now, I might play the same strategy this time. Start in the back and let everybody else take each other out.
Very nice.
Yes.
Daniel, did you see any differences of being whether you want to be the leader or the follower when you're hooked up in those draft lines?
Personally, I like being behind. I don't like people behind me. I'm not exactly the greatest at people pushing me, but I'm great at following.
Trash Man, I am going to be throwing cautions for this one, right?
All right, good luck in this next one as they've go ahead and flip that field on you. So good luck.
All right, thank you.
I believe because we may have pulled him into the booth that he might have missed the start.
Yeah, I think he did, but I think he's probably safer on that end. But
Yeah.
I think the 8 also missed the start of this next race.
The 8 had disconnected, I believe. But he is back. So yeah, I believe he did miss the start because of that.
Yeah, so they'll at least have partners out there, and maybe the same old strategy will work. But we're in for another one. It could have just been the test session that the heat race was, but I think we're gonna see more of the same with that 45 truck. You know, his butt was on fire with that red painted in the middle of that black. So we'll see if he continues to use it or if he tames himself down and waits for the final stretch on that final lap.
And for those of you wondering, the field was inverted after the heat just to kind of change things up a bit. See, anyone wrecks, maybe they get up front, and that will put the 45 up
Hey,
at
I'm
the
never
front.
one to criticize the broadcast team, but why did y'all pull the heat winner in so he missed the feature?
So what?
That sounded like a dumb move they just did. Hey, Tri-Strand, I'm going to let him run one lap. I'm going to call a caution so we get...
All right, so I believe they are going to...
So what's come down from race control is there's going to be a controlled lap 1 here, and then they're going to throw a competition caution as the 10 and the 8 had some technical issues, and they're going to be allowed to catch back up and assume their positions in the rear of the field of the 7-car lineup for the feature. And then once we run a lap, we will kick off the feature with a green flag run.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I would have thrown the caution so they don't junk each other here. But I mean, if they have a faster pair, I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh
38 on the
boy,
outside there.
man! Oh, they
Going to
block
run for the
already,
4.
and the caution's out. Thank God.
Hopefully they have to let the pace truck by, otherwise they got to go all the way around. Looks like they're slowing up for the pace truck, which will quicken this lineup up just a little bit as race
We can
control
shorten
has.
the laps, yeah.
Yep, race control has this completely under control as pace truck is coming down the backstretch.
And they're gonna have to slow way down here. I think the pace truck finally hit pace speed. And
there's
Famester still going about 150, so that's not gonna
yep.
happen. Ladies and gentlemen, you can tell these are the real winners of the weekend.
All right, so over under. I'll give it over under here to the booth. 3 cars on the last lap going for the win. I'll put it at 2.5. I'll put let's call it 3.5.
I
You
don't know
say
how you can
3?
put a I don't know how you can put a
What's a
half car
car?
in there.
Well, no,
Yeah.
you pick
Is
the
the car have a meatball? Is
no.
it missing a wheel? What?
You take that under, you're at 3 or less. You take the over, you're at 4 or more. So you got 3. Your over unders at 3.5. How many trucks are going for the win on the final lap?
Is that at the line?
Final lap
When
at
they
the
hit the final
start,
lap?
starting the
When the
final
white
lap.
flag waves.
White flag
When the
waves.
white
How many
flag
trucks?
waves.
How many trucks are going for the win?
I'm gonna say 4.
Taking the
Hard 4.
two-man tandem going through.
Yeah, I'd say 2 and 2.
All right, we'll see. We got 7, so someone is going to be without a dancing partner. That is for sure. If they all make it, and it could come down to just 3, in which case the man in third is going to have the big run or be the friend to someone to push to the feature win.
Patrick Allen Jr. will just wreck somebody on the start here, and then it'll be 6 even.
Hopefully, only it takes 1, and it leaves him in there with a chance to win the race, which he seems to be pretty good at letting one car roll off his bumper and him not lose any speed.
That takes a lot of practice to wreck a lot of guys and just keep going and not lose any speed.
Please, at this practice, at this point, it's not practice. It's talent, it's skill, it's second nature.
I mean, if you've made this race, you don't need practice.
All right, we'll have the 4 down on the inside of row 1, 2 outside of row number 1, 45 outside row 2, the 40 on the inside of row number 2. You got that Bengals truck, the number 8 outside row 3, the Mountain Dew truck at number 10 on the inside of row 3, and the 38 bringing up the rear. And we're off, we're rolling, green flag's out, Barney's waving hard.
Oh, the 4 got
gets
a
good
huge jump.
there.
Yeah.
Looks like he's trying to break the draft here as every time to get up to speed, but that's not going to work with the 45 pushing the 2. Oh, no.
I don't know. I don't know that you want to be out in front with a gap. Oh, the 38 has been wrecked by the 10 into the outside wall. He's going to have no help in the back, and the 10 may lose this draft in a hurry.
Well, there might be our even cars right there. Oh, there they go. They're already getting dicey on the backstretch. That's something I like right there. The 4 and the 2 got hooked up. So if the 8 doesn't get on the door of the 4, they're just going to drive away. All pretty much single filed out right there.
Yep, single filed. I think we're in for a little bit of calm nature. But as I say that, the 4 and the 45 are part of this line. And it's come
there he
down.
goes.
It's come down from race control that there'll be a comp caution at lap 10 if a natural caution does not occur before then.
I mean, with the way they're racing, I think a natural caution is going to come out anytime soon here.
Here they go 3 wide. Just about, no, almost.
I'm going to be real interested to see as we go through this feature and on into the main event tonight if these guys are learning that when you have these runs, just hold lanes. Don't try and block them, especially when you still have 18 laps to go on a run. Hold that lane. If you're going to get past, your next run is going to come, if not right then.
Yeah, I mean, especially because all these guys seem to have already moved on to the main event for tonight. I mean, this is a big practice session just to see how runs can go, how much you can push, how you can push into the corners, and just to see what cars can do by themselves as they get
code
back there.
between the 40 and the 4, yeah.
Oh, this doesn't look good. They're 3 wide.
Yeah, see a move like that by the 8. I don't know if you make that. You got a lot of time to go. Why try to push the middle issue, especially with corner entries? The 45 grabs the apron there real quick.
It's a big thing you're going to see here, too, is when you're entering above somebody and they're on that low line, you're going to see that car up above they're going to flinch when that car on the bottom sort of jiggles a little bit like we just saw there.
Yeah, I like the high lane entry. You use that 10-story drop down into the second lane and give that guy on the low side a chance to catch his truck or lose his truck and not collect you.
That there is the hard part because that's out of your control.
This is
the
very
45
true.
with the run on the inside. He tries to go wide. The 4 gives him a block.
Oh,
He
huge
says,
shot.
You to the 4.
I mean, that was more than a fuck you. That was a get the fuck out of the way.
They are coming up on a lap car.
38 here. He had trouble in corner number 1 on lap 1. Let's see if he plays nice or if this is a bit of a heads up, boys. I'm coming back through here, even though I'm a lap down.
I mean, if I was him, I would just not even try and race these guys because they're just honestly driving like a bunch of monkeys fucking footballs out there.
We're on lap number 8 as we enter turn number 2. The 38 is 1 lap down. Sorry, 2 laps down. So that comp caution is going to get 1 for him. He's going to need a little more help after that. But then we have Kevin Feemster in the 2, the 8 of Brian Rupert. That's your top 2. They're bump drafting up the top. The 45 of Patrick Allen's that 3rd truck on the inside line. The 40 of Eldridge George leads the outside lane with the 4 of Terry Gabbard pushing him along, who has just left him high and wide. And now you got a 4-car train on the bottom. 38 coming to hit the 40 as hard as you can. No, he's going to drive through the middle. He's trying to get that 1 lap back before this comp caution so that he can be on the lead lap with that lucky dog.
And he's got can't fix stupid on the rear tailgate there. And honestly, this is probably one of the stupidest moves of the race because you already got the free pass. Why are you going to tear up your truck?
Well, he is
It just
2
seems
laps
like a dumb
down.
move.
He is
Is he 2
down.
laps?
He is 2 laps down, so he
I thought
needs
he was
to
1
be
lap.
ahead. He needs to be ahead right here. They're working lap 9. Going to be coming around to work lap 10. And we don't know where that comp caution is going to come. So if he needs to be ahead of
Oh,
the 2. What a move as he slices down in front of the 2 truck.
and here's something I'd be watching back there. If Patrick Allen was pushing you, I'd be watching what he does into turn 3 because every time just about he's gone in there, he's about wrecked himself trying to get onto the apron.
Hasn't quite figured out that low entry yet, but I think it was smart for the 38 to cut down in front of the 2. He knows the 2 is a good
Oh,
pusher.
and there
Oh,
goes
yeah, the back
Patrick. He
run.
dumped the 8.
He dumps the 8. And the
And
38's going to get his wish. He's going to get both laps back.
wow.
Huge move by the 30. It was smart. He pulled down in front of the 2 and left the 4, knowing the 4 wasn't the better pusher of the 2. Great
Well,
move by the 38 to get back on the lead lap here.
my apologies for sounding like a jackass in the booth. Didn't know he was 2 laps down, guys. And there's a typical Patrick Allen move right there. Just goes in, tries to help him, but just doesn't know he's under him and just completely dumps him.
All right, so once we get this caught back up to the pace car, we're probably going to have about 7 laps of green flag, of 7-lap sprint to the end to find out who wins here in the feature All-Star Open here for our SNS Saturday Night Showdowns. We all 7 cars on the lead lap. All of them are should have brand new trucks if they're going to get faster pairs or what they got from this last green flag run. But we saw them be real nice to each other there up until the end at that comp caution with Patrick Allen taking out Brian Rupert, sorry. But now it's going to come down to these last 7 laps, and I don't think they're going to leave the gloves on for long. What do y'all think?
I think gloves have already been taken off, especially by the 45. I mean, he tried a move there that obviously didn't work, or he just didn't know he was under him. But I mean, if I was that 8 truck, I'd be trying to get back up to the 45 to give him a piece of his own medicine.
All right, looks like we're going to have a couple guys take their fast repairs and possibly get some new tires. 45 and the 10 are headed down pit road. Looks like the 38's already used his fast repair. He got his 2 laps back. And looks like Brian Rupert spent 6.8 seconds on pit road. So he most likely just took his fast repair and moved on.
Oh, there goes the 38 getting his lap back. He just blew around him. I mean, this is probably going to be really interesting here because as you can see, if we get a look at the front end of the 4, he's got a little bit of front end damage. I don't know how much that's going to affect him, but we did see in the heat race how much a little bit of damage affected the 40 and how he couldn't get a run. So I don't know if it's a smart move staying out here and not taking your fast repair, or at least taking a little bit of optional damage if I was
I
the
think
4
he
truck.
might be okay because the hood itself isn't too bunched up. The bumper's a little messed up, but as long as the hood's not really bunched, he should be okay.
Yeah, but
But
I
it is
mean,
hard to
even
tell, especially at these speeds.
even at the slightest bump or ding or something that's off, especially with how aerodynamically dependent these trucks are, I mean, he's probably going to lose a mile an hour or 2, and especially if he steps out by himself, I think
Yeah,
that's game over.
I think we saw a little glimpse of that there before the comp caution when the 38 left the 4 on the high line and cut down in front of the 2 because the 4, even with a pusher, did not have the pace to pull up next to the 2 and the 38 there late or coming to the comp caution. So that little ding could be just enough, especially long straightaways here. I mean, you got a mile of straightaway on both sides of this track. So it's going to come down as we're getting ready to go green as the pace truck drifts off of the banking. 2 truck takes us down to the green flag.
Four got a really good restart there, but he's not hooked up. That's the problem. The 40 and the 2 are going to get hooked up here, and they're going to get a great run off at turn 2.
As the four, oh, he tried to get down there, but the 2 said, no, no, this is my lead to have and hold.
Yep, and off at turn 4, they're just diving off the off the banking there, and they're 3 wide already, and there's almost contact. 4
wide,
wide.
That
38
seam is
coming to the
tricky
front.
coming off the corner there. If you straddle that seam, oh, there they are, 4 wide.
38 has taken the lead. He went from 2 laps down, 1 caution. Now he's in the lead. He's out in front of the 2, the 8, and the 40, and the 10 there on the bottom line. The 4 and the 45 lined up on the high line. But man,
Oh, he almost got turned.
he is all sorts of wiggly. We are gonna have 4 wide. Oh, the
Oh,
10 is
there
in
they
the wall,
go.
and
Big
we're wrecking
wreck.
out
It's
front.
everybody except for
Big.
one truck.
The 40 comes out clean. Everyone else, oh man, I don't think
That
the 8 has
is,
another fast repair. He just smoked the inside wall.
I don't think the 8 took a fast repair. I think he still had damage on that restart. We'll have to see though. But
Oh man.
man, that was everybody but Elridge George.
And I believe the 38 and 10 have both uh, taken toes, so they're going to be on the hook for a little while here.
There's 3 cars down pit road. The
So,
10, the 45, the 8, 4 cars actually, and the 38.
so we
Yeah,
only have 3 cars on track, 2 of which were involved in the wreck. And Eldridge George hanging out by himself, clean as a whistle.
I mean, going back to that poll we took earlier, I think having 4 cars at the finish was a little optimistic, guys.
Well, I was banking on the fact that there were going to be cautions and fast repairs. I mean, we had 4 or 5 cars going for a while before, but that was also short-lived, I guess. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of those guys could have drove around, but I guess they thought towing was the better option. As I believe Terry Gabbert just
He's
died at the end of the road.
he just either blew up or he's hanging
No,
out waiting for the 40.
he's going again.
There we go. Yep, the 40 and the 4 are on pit road together. It
There's a
looks
replay of
like
the crash. Yeah.
Dylan McDonald has retired from the race.
Ooh, this one. Yeah, there was contact way up there. Couldn't see it.
apparently, we're hearing now that everyone has wrecked, and
The
I think
pace
just
truck?
about everyone has used their fast repair. Let's
I
2
heard something
cars
about the
coming out.
pace truck winning.
Yeah, there's a theory running around right now that the pace truck is going to win the race. We're on lap 15 here. The 4 just came off pit road. He used his fast repair. He's got a brand new truck. I believe the 2 has just come off pit road, and he had a fast repair. We know that. So there's 2 clean trucks out there. The 40 is still on pit road.
We
Looks like
gotta
he's
watch.
Is
taking.
he
I
out of
mean, he's
gas?
definitely got a. He might just have a blown engine or something, but if he can make it to his pit stall, he's definitely got a fast repair. Otherwise, he would have stopped and towed.
Yeah,
So
the
let's
40
see
had
here.
not pit yet. So he's the 40's trying to make it. The 8, the 45, and the 10 all towed, and I do not know if they've used fast repairs, but each of those 3, 8, 45, and 10 are all a lap down at this current moment.
I mean, was he waiting to give them their laps back? Like, well, what was he doing there?
I do not know because I did not think the 40 was the 40 involved in that wreck and just
No,
came
he
out.
made it through. He
He
was
should.
clean.
Yeah, he should have had no problems. There's must have been something going on.
Unless
Maybe
he
he
had damage from the first couple incidents or something that went on. I
possibly
mean,
possibly his truck is clean. Maybe he money shifted it and it screwed the motor up, and something coming
He
down
could
into
have
pit
done
road.
that. Yeah. But he is. I think he's third now, a
He's
lap
third of
down.
48 seconds behind, so he's gonna go all the way around because he should be. I mean, he should be the leader.
Yeah, he
If
should have been the leader.
he should be the leader, but it looks like the
almost
4
everyone was in the pits, but the pace car was just doing his thing.
possibly, but I do not know. I do not know. The 4 and the 2 have brand new trucks, so they are clean and green. ready to go as we work lap 16 here. I do not know if we're on 2 to go or 1 to go here. I think we're on 2 to go. So we're probably coming down to probably a 3-lap shootout here at the 3-mile ring of iRacing Superspeedway.
With 3 trucks left.
I think the Vegas odds at 3.5 were pretty good.
We're still a little bit missing half a car. I mean, if one of these guys can get out there, I guess we'd get our half car. I believe the lights just went out on the pace truck, and I think we're going to go green next time.
Yep, coming to 1 to green. Looks like both are going to choose the low lane, I'm guessing, because the 2 did not pull out to the outside of the 4, so maybe he's just like, you know what, I'll just push you for the last 3 until that last corner.
Or maybe it is telling the 40 to be on the outside
That could
on the
that could
first
be.
row.
That could be. He is still there. He is. He's pulling up on the outside. Maybe they fixed it. I think they might have fixed it and told the 40, hey, which lane do you want? But it looks like he's dropping back in there. The 8.
They're going single file.
Yeah, the 8 car has come off pit road. I believe he's no longer counting time on pit road. So, but the 45 and 10 are still ticking away time, either damage repairs, towing, or they just don't have anything left and they're done for the day. So we're gonna have single file here, 4 to 40, and I believe the 8 car will be coming up around here sooner than later. The 8 needs a quick caution because then he'll get that lap back, but I don't know how well that truck is running right now. So it's gonna be a 3-car mad dash to the finish here. New odds, do any of them make it back to the start finish line?
To be honest, I'm kind of hoping none of them make it because that would be hilarious.
As the 4 takes off here early in the restart zone, I don't know why he did that. That
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
And big news is the 8 has a fresh truck. So the 8 has a clean truck. He's sitting there third in line as the 40 is currently third but fourth in line. So the 8 needs a caution here really quick, but they are so spread out. But these runs are going to come like crazy.
Here they come down the backstretch. They're all strung out, single file. Here comes the snake. It's like we're watching a damn IndyCar race here, boys. They're just snaking everywhere.
That's the Jimmy Spencer special down that Pocono straightaway.
There goes the 2 to the outside. He's got help from the 8. Will the 40 go with the 4? Yes, he does.
All right, we got a lap truck pushing the 2. That's the 8. He looks like, I don't know what his plans are here, but it's 2 by 2. Couple tandems
back
here.
around to the outside.
We've got 2 to go as we work lap 19. The 8 truck could be a hero to the 2 if he just pushes the rest of the way out.
Or he could be selfish here and dump the 2.
He needs a caution so bad. If he does it now, he gets a caution because he's going to hit the 4 as well. But I think the 8 is better than that. He's going to push the 2 as far as he can.
Yeah, I think right now the 4 and the 40 need to get behind the 8, and they need to build a run for that last lap. There's no way they're going to be able to do it this time. Just bail out right now and then try and build a huge run for the backstretch. Oh, never mind. Here they come back on the outside.
Big hit coming from the 40. Oh, they got out of line from each other. That's going to kill that momentum.
The 2's got it unless the 8 dumps him.
All right, back in line. The 4 is going to have a great opportunity here. The 8 is the key here. Does he stay on the bumper or does he keep rolling? He almost turns the 2 there with a little bad bump. Gives the 4 the run to the outside. Now the 40 can be the hero for the 4.
He's shoving them, but is it going to be enough?
The 2 and the 8 are disconnected, but the 40, he moves up and
shoved
the 4.
Oh, they got run.
Oh my God, the 8 takes the 4 out.
The 2 will win. Terry Gabbard comes home second after that was baffling. I don't even know what happened.
Oh
I'm pulling
man,
it back right now here. See what happened.
that looked like I don't know if something broke in the right front suspension on that brand new truck, but man, that 8 took a hard right. But the
No, it looked
2,
Yeah,
like that. It looked like that 8 kind of went to go on the inside for the run, and there's that transition in the banking, and he got loose, came back up the track, hit the 4,
let's get a
and
better
took
angle
out
on
the
that.
40.
I don't know.
wee boys.
It's like
The
And
a
you know what?
2.
This is all fun here in the All Star race.
Yeah,
Looks like everyone here should make it to the main. The main's going to be a lot more serious, a lot more fun,
lot
and
better
it's a
broadcasters.
lot better broadcasting for sure. This is just the pre-show here, so get ready. Should we bring in the
Hey,
8
okay.
and
Yeah, we could bring in the 2, but we can tell these guys aren't the winners of all these different series because the burnout session was a straight nosedive into the outside wall. So
uh,
so
actually the celebration was a little wiggle after he crossed the line.
man, oh man, the 2 of Kevin Feemster takes home the All-Star Open feature win.
Let's see. Yeah. Well, if we can get them in here.
Yeah, go ahead and bring them on down. Kevin Feemster, how you doing, big dog?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, heck of a finish. You had a little help there from the 8, who was a lap down there on those last few laps. Go walk us through your thought process there as the last 2 laps counted down.
Not crash. That's about it. Stay on the bottom and finish the race.
I got you. Now, it going through this run, 20 laps, and you got 10 early, and then you had, the later there with that little 3 lap stint. Did you find that that bottom lane low entry is kind of the way to go to keep speed, or is it going to come down to where a little bit higher lane with a broader entry is going to help trucks more often?
Oh, the bottom's definitely is when it comes to momentum off those corners. It's probably the fastest way around there. The only issue is entry and exit of those. It's a nightmare. So uh, it's easy to push up on those corners, and it's easy to get down on the apron if you hit it wrong. So it,
I got you. Yeah. So when we're coming into the main event race here for the SNS All-Star race, hey, do you have kind of a idea of what you want to do as we head into the big main event, or is it kind of a no holds bar? Let's see if I can get to the front and lead the laps.
well, I probably won't try to get into the front too quick. I think it's 50 laps is what the main is, or 40 laps. So I might kind of be patient in the main tonight. So I'm not gonna try pushing anything for a while in that race.
Did you find you learned some stuff about your truck and how to drive and what to do and what not to do
Um,
going through this race here?
yeah, check up when you get a run. If not, you're gonna hit the back end of Dylan and cause a wreck. So I learned that real quick. But yeah,
All right. Hey, well, the number 2 of Kevin Feemster takes home the win in the feature of the All-Star Open. Get ready, folks, because we're getting ready for the main event. Main event time coming up. SNS All-Star Racing. Thank you to Kevin Feemster and the number 2 truck on his big win here for ARCS and everyone. We'll see you over at the All-Star